If I had $1 for every time I watch a roamer run straight to goal lane at the start of the game, forget to give vision, engage a 1v5 with no follow-up, and then blame the team, I would be retired already. I have over a 70% win rate this season as a roamer, and today I'm going to walk you through every single mistake that is actively killing your rank right now. These aren't small things, these are fundamental errors that I see constantly, even from players who have been roaming for a long time. So whether you're stuck in Epic, grinding through Legend, or trying to crack Mythical Glory or even Immortal, this video is for you. Stay with me because we're about to fix your games. Real quick before we start, if you're spending money on diamonds in this game, you need to hear this. If you're buying them in-game right now, you are straight up overpaying. I'm partnered with a site where you can get your diamonds for 20 to 30% cheaper, same diamonds, way less money. The site is legit. I personally vouch for it, and if you ever have any issues at all, DM me on Discord and I'll sort it out for you myself. The link is in my YouTube profile. And you're also supporting the channel at the same time since it's an affiliate link. Alright, let's get into it. Mistake number 1. You are playing solo queue. And this is the one nobody wants to hear, but it's the truth. Stop playing solo queue. I know. But I don't have anyone to play with. Trust me, I've been there. And I'm not saying you're wrong for playing solo. Sometimes it's literally your only option. But I need you to understand what solo queue is actually doing to you as a player. Because most people have no idea. Solo queue has no structure. Every single game is completely different. Different teammates, different rotations, different playstyles, and zero communication. And when there's no consistency, you can't develop as a player. You're not building good habits, you're just reacting to chaos every game. And when you lose in solo queue, it's brutal because you have no control over what's happening. You can't stop any of it. The helplessness destroys your mental. You go on a tilt, you play worse, you lose more. It's a cycle. I've felt this personally. I was in a 5-man for a long time. Then went through a stretch of solo queue. When I came back to 5-man, I noticed it immediately. My decision making was off, my rotations were sloppy. Solo queue had made me a worse player without me even realizing it. It doesn't just stop you from improving, it actively makes you worse. Now, I already know what you're going to say. Okay, but I have no choice. I have nobody to play with. So here's what you do. Keep playing solo queue for now, but use it to recruit. Every time you run into a teammate who actually plays well, add them, message them, get their Discord. You start as a duo, you find another good player, you add them. Now you're a trio. You keep going until you've got a full 5-man with structure, communication, and real rotations. And honestly, my own Discord, the Hajanites, is full of people who came in solo and found their squads there. The link is in my profile. Come through. You can also check out the official Mobile Legends Discord servers to find people. But the bottom line, if you want to be the best roamer you can be, you need to get out of solo queue. That is the foundation everything else is built on. And speaking of improving, this is actually the perfect moment to mention something. Everything I just talked about, knowing your rotations, building good habits, making the right decisions, that is exactly what I help people with in my private coaching sessions. I'm a 300+ stars pro roamer with a few years in the esports scene, and I've coached hundreds of players. People stuck in the same rank for months, who left hitting Mythical Immortal, going global on their heroes, finally getting the win rate they always wanted. Not a single bad review, because it actually works. And I don't just coach roam, I coach every role. So no matter what you play, I can help. I'm also offering coaching sessions with Dez, a 1000-star jungler currently competing in professional play at the highest level. Getting both of us to look at your game at the same time is just an unfair advantage for you. To book, go to my YouTube profile, hit the link that says private coaching, pick your time, drop your Discord username, and just show up. I'll add you and we'll get to work. Back to the mistakes. Mistake number 2. You don't truly understand your role. Most roamers think their job is simple. Protect your carries, follow your marksman, keep people alive. That's called peeling, and yes, it's part of your job. If that's the only thing you think you're doing, you are leaving an enormous amount of impact on the table. The roamer is the most impactful role in the game right now. If your roamer is weak, the whole team suffers. If your roamer is sharp, the whole team performs better. So let's talk about what you're actually supposed to be doing. Vision control. The number one thing most roamers neglect is giving vision. Think about it from your teammate's perspective. Your gold laner is farming, your jungler is clearing camps. All of them need information. They need to know where the enemies are to make safe decisions. That is your job. You should be sitting in key bushes along the most likely gank paths at all times. If your marksman is pushing the bottom lane, you should be standing in a bush watching the angle enemies would approach from. If anyone walks up to gank, you see them first. The gank fails before it starts. Watch high-level roamers play and pay attention to how they command bushes throughout the game. That is something you need to be doing every single game. Stop starting in the gold lane. I coach people regularly and this might be the single most common thing I see. Do not do this. When you go to gold lane at the start, you're locking yourself into one tiny corner of the map, the one farthest from everything, and doing almost nothing for the rest of your team. Start at mid instead, every single time. Mid lane is the center of the map. From mid, you can rotate anywhere. You can vision the enemy jungler, help your mid clear the wave, and then rotate to wherever you're needed. You have access to the whole map, so the ideal early rotation looks like this. Vision the enemy jungler, help mid clear the wave, look to invade the enemy jungle with your team, or rotate where needed. Now here's where decision making comes in. If you see the enemy roamer invading your jungle, you have a choice. Go defend or trust your team and pressure the enemy jungle yourself. Which you pick depends entirely on your early game strength. If your team has the stronger early game, go be aggressive and apply counter pressure. If you're playing a scaling composition with a weaker early game, play safer and protect your resources. The more you play roam, the more natural this becomes, but always be thinking about it, not just reacting randomly. Mistake number 3. You're ignoring the early game. Here's a question. When do you feel like you have the most impact as a roamer? If your answer is team fights in the late game, you're thinking about it wrong. The early game is your most impactful phase. You don't scale with gold like your carries do. Your power window is right now, from level 1 to the turtle fight. That is when you can shape the entire rest of the game. If you can pressure the enemies early, disrupt their jungler, get your mid laner ahead, make the enemy EXP laner's life miserable, you put your whole team in a winning position. And when your team is winning early, the rest of the game becomes dramatically easier for everyone. Waste the early game and you've given up your biggest window. Mistake number 4. You engage without checking the map. This one drives me crazy, and I guarantee you've done this. You see an opportunity, you go in, you die, and your team doesn't follow, so you blame them. But here's what actually happened. Your mid laner had a wave to clear, your jungler was mid camp, they literally could not come. Not because they didn't want to, but because they were committed to something. Before you engage, check the map. Are your teammates in a position to follow? Are they busy? Is this actually the right moment? Especially before level 4. Your mid laner needs to clear their wave to hit level 4 in time for turtle. Your jungler needs their buffs. You have to engage when they are ready, not when you feel like it. Engaging without follow-up isn't bold, it's just feeding. And when you die as the roamer, you leave your entire team without support or vision. That hurts everybody. Here's what actually works in the current meta. Move as a trio. You, your jungler, and your mid laner together. The trio mid rotation, all three of you moving to apply pressure, take objectives, and make plays, is one of the most effective strategies in the game right now. It's hard to stop because you almost always have numbers advantage wherever you go. Communicate with your jungler and mid, move together, and make plays together. Your team's entire performance will go up, adjust based on your early game strength. One more thing. And a lot of roamers miss this. You need to adjust your aggression based on the composition. If the enemy has a stronger early game, better engage, harder trades, more aggressive supports, you cannot play the same way as if you had the power advantage. Play safer, pick your spots, don't hand them free kills. But when you have the early game advantage, be relentless, make them afraid to move. Here's a more advanced one that's going to immediately improve your ganking. Mistake number 5. You don't know when to gank. Minion timing. You've had games when you set up a perfect gank, everything looks right, and the enemy just walks away safely. But when the enemy does it to you, it works every time. Why? Minion timing. A laner will almost always step up to farm when their minion wave is clashing. That's when they are distracted, committed to last hitting, and most vulnerable. If you try to gank when there are no minions in the lane, the enemy laner is already sitting safely under tower. Your gank is dead before it starts. But gank when the waves are actively clashing, that's when the enemy laner is pushed up and exposed. That's your window. Here's the basic timing to know. Minion waves spawn roughly at the 10 and 40 second mark of every minute. After spawning, it takes about 20 seconds to reach mid lane and about 30 to 35 seconds to reach the side lanes. In practice, you don't need to be doing mental math every second. Just watch your own minimap, track where your wave is, and mirror that against where the enemy wave should be. When they're about to clash, rotate for the gank. And if a lane is already cleared with no minions, don't bother going there. Instead, give vision somewhere, track the enemy jungler, or help another lane prepare for the next wave. The right gank at the wrong time accomplishes nothing. Mistake number 6. Not setting up your XP laner before turtle. This is something I do every single game, and most roamers completely skip it. Before the turtle fight, make a quick play on the XP lane. Your XP laner is one of your most important allies during the turtle fight. They have the tankiness, engage, and sustain to make a massive difference, but only if they are not behind. If they've been getting bullied and haven't hit level 4 yet, they can't help you properly at turtle. So before the objective, coordinate with your mid laner and head to XP lane. Gank the enemy XP laner, or at minimum, apply enough pressure to get your XP laner ahead in experience. You can also help them take the crab for bonus XP so they hit level 4 faster. A level 4 XP laner at turtle versus a level 3 one is a completely different fight. That one rotation before the objective could be the reason you win it. Mistake number 7. Not breaking the freeze. This one's a bit more high level, but if you haven't run into it yet, you will. And when you do, you'll know exactly what to do. If the enemy team has a significantly stronger early game, they might freeze your mid lane. A freeze is when they keep the minion wave just outside your tower range, close enough that your laner has to overextend to farm it, far enough that the tower doesn't push them off. Your mid laner is stuck, starved, and getting bullied. The fix is simple. Walk up to your own minions. When you stand on your own wave, the enemy laner has to attack you to maintain the freeze, and because they're hitting you, they're also hitting your minions. You can tank a few hits, that's what you're built for. Just watch your health and know when to back off. One simple move, and a problem that panics most roamers is completely solved. Mistake number 8. Building wrong. Builds have their own full videos on my channel. Go to my playlists and you'll find detailed item guides there. But let me give you the core principle right now. Build for the enemy team's damage type. Always. Don't autopilot a default build into every game. If they're heavy physical, build physical defense. If they're heavy magic, build magic resist. Think about who's actually killing your team and respond to it. Quick tip. If you're winning hard, grab immortality as soon as you can. It lets you be aggressive and take risks you normally couldn't, because you've got a second life. When you're snowballing, immortality makes you almost impossible to punish. And after the 8-minute mark, if you have Encourage as your own blessing, swap it to Conceal. Conceal opens up way more playmaking potential in the mid and late game. You and your allies going invisible and repositioning is a completely different level of threat than Encourage at that stage. One more note, on Favor, don't build it. So if you're already running Favor on a healer, you don't need to really build Conceal, because Favor's healing is really good enough for the late game. And a quick bonus, which roamers to play right now. If you want to know which roamer heroes are stronger in the current meta, who you should be locking in, who's overperforming right now, I just made a dedicated video on it called Top 5 Roamers to Play Right Now. Go check it out after this. I'll tell you exactly who to queue up on. Now, a quick recap. Let's run through it all before we close out. 1. Stop playing solo queue, recruit good players, build your 5-man, get structure in your games. 2. Understand your actual role, vision, peeling, tempo, not just bodyguarding your marksman. 3. Stop starting in gold lane, start at mid, vision the enemy jungler, rotate from the center of the map. 4. Never engage without checking the map. Make sure your team can follow before you go in. 5. Rotate as a trio mid. Move with your jungler and mid laner and make plays together. 6. Master minion timing. Gank when the waves are clashing. Not before, not after. 7. Set your EXP laner up before turtle so they can actually help you take the objective. 8. Break the freeze by standing on your own minions. Simple, effective, done. 9. Build for the enemy's damage type. Grab immortality when you're winning. Swap Encourage to Conceal after 8 minutes. And that's it. Those are the mistakes holding your roamer back. And now you've got everything you need to fix them. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe. It means a lot and it helps me keep putting out content like this. And if you want to take all of this and apply it to your own gameplay with real personalized feedback, the private coaching link is in my profile. Me solo or me and Des together, either way. We're going to get you to where you want to be faster than anything else. Come join the Hajanites Discord too. People are finding squads, making friends, talking MLBB. Lots of people came in solo and found their whole team through the server. We'd love to have you. Links are all in the profile. Cheaper diamonds, coaching, Discord, all of it is there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Da chamada, chamada.